critics and audiences can't keep quiet about the #1 movie in the nation. Rolling Stone calls A Quiet Place terrifying. It's a work of genius that demands to be seen in a crowded theater.
We have to protect them.
A Quiet Place, rated PG-13, now playing.
Blog Talk Radio.
I know, because I get this text from you saying...
You know what I want to be? I've been working on it for a long time.
Okay, so...
I want to be there. If it's not at Jerusalem, take your shoulder and push it. Let a lady confess. I want to be there.
In fact, I'm on the air.
If it's not at Vaseline, 3 feet morning to after 10, then the answer is yes. I want to be there. With some devil may care all Americans forward the pack. Why should I flinch and clench with essentially Astor Ballroom? Nice boy. When you're learning what lips are for, is it not it to ask for more? Then the answer is yes. I want to be back. Back, back. Woo! Back, back, back. Wrong for a girl to take pay, something she would do anyway. You may have a rainy day plan, me I've got my layaway plan. So you see that's why I wanna be. May West eat your heart out. Bang.
If you been holding me down, if you been holding me down, yeah. If you been holding me down, just say I ain't gonna look no more. No, I ain't gonna look no more. Me down, Keep holding me down, but keep holding me down, but. And all right. Hey. What's going on, Blog Talk Radio land, and everyone across the country, across the globe, honey, from the United States over there to Germany, to Italy, to the Caribbean islands, and everywhere I have listeners. I thank you, honey, because it's another glorious Wednesday, so I hope you have all of your crumpets together, because you know what time it is, darling. It's time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meats. Hey, babies. Woo! Well, honey, yes, I am here. You know, we're having a wonderful time down here in lovely old ATL, honey. The weather is giving us kind of cutely, you know, every now and again, honey. We got overshadows of castings and things, but it's going to be a wonderful day. It's supposed to be in the high 70s, mid 80s today. Everybody's getting ready for the, I think it's the Hip Hop Awards or something that's going on down here. So if you're in the ATL area, darling, you know, and want to bump shoulders or rub elbows and stuff and hobsnob with a few celebrities, honey, they're going to be in town this weekend. So that there is that. Unfortunately, honey, of course, I get the damn notice at the last minute. I'm supposed to be on the red carpet, you know, to do my thing and have the microphone in everybody's face and say, hey, how are you, and give me a drop, and, you know, all that kind of stuff, but to no avail. Now, let me give everyone a health update. You know, for those of you who did not know, I had a bout with my atrial fibrillation over the weekend. Yes, I know. It happens once like every 4 to 6 months or whatever, so it was time, I guess, for this damn thing to act a fucking fool with me. However, they kept me in the hospital. I left from the donut factory, honey. Y'all know I got the donut job. So I was there. And had to call the ambulance from there. They kept me for about a day and a half in the hospital to regulate me. So I'm back in rhythm. I'm back on medicines and carrying on. You know, as I had the gastric sleeve surgery, that I had to come off of the medicines because they're blood thinners and all of that. It would have upset the surgery. Then, of course, because of the surgery, I can't take pills, or at least I couldn't at the time. So that's what had me a little bit out of whack. So I'm back on track. And everything is fine. I am fine. I'm fine. For the weight loss, I've lost 55 pounds already. It's only been a month since we've had that surgery. So I'm 55 pounds down. Yes, I got to increase my exercise and carrying on. And Lord knows we got to go hit these weights because I'm starting to get a little bit of little bat wing shit up under your arms. I don't like that, ladies. I'm starting to understand your plight and how y'all feel on that. That is not cute. And though mine is a real little bit on me, but I notice the difference. I don't like it, so we're going to the gym immediately and start some kind of weight regime so that we can tighten this shit up, honey, because I can't deal with this. No, when I wave, I want to wave. I don't want the backdraft and carrying on. I got enough to deal with that with my titties. Okay. Anywho, that there is that, honey. If you're just joining us, honey, and wish to come in on the conversation, I want you to dial 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. Press the number 1 if you wish to come in on the conversation, and that way I know that you wish to say something. Your hand will raise in my call queue, and I will know exactly what's going on. The tea room is open, so if you're listening by computer and wish to chat over there in the tea room, we are open, honey. And please note that in the tea room, in order to talk and to chat, you have to build a profile page. It's free of charge, just like with any other social network sites. Just build you a page, and then you're able to come in and to join in on the conversation. Otherwise, you just have to sit back and listen and watch the screen and et cetera, et cetera. Okay? So now over there in the tea room, please be mindful that this is the written word. And yes, we're in this technological age. We don't know how to communicate really with anyone anymore. And so a lot of times, you know, you may think that someone is saying something in a tone or in a particular tone that you may disagree with. However, that may not necessarily be the case. So while you're over there, it's cute to disagree. It's okay to disagree. Just don't be disagreeable. Because if I come in there and I find out that y'all are sitting up there ready to throw your computers at one another and carry it on, I will cut you. And I mean that from the deepest depths of the west side of my soul, okay? So having said all that, let me put my disclaimer here because today's show is going to be one of those kind of shows. And, honey, yeah, it's going to be off the chain. So you have to understand that dishing tea with Big Meech is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters that you hear are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature enough to handle the subject matters, so your listening discretion is advised. I repeat, dishing tea with Big Meech is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters that you hear on this program are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature enough to handle the subject matter. So your listening discretion is advised. For those of you who, y'all know, honey, I have a potty mouth. I make no excuses for it. I've earned every 4-letter, 5-letter, 6-letter, 15,000 syllable letter word that come out of my mouth. I'm 42 years old, and I've earned the right to say everything that comes out of me. So if you're at work, now is the time to turn your radios down to a respectful level or put your headphones on. If you have children, now is the time to go put on Dora the Explorer, go put on SpongeBob SquarePants, I could never say his name right, and all of those other little kitty little shit, Sesame Street, Teletubbies, all of those little children's things, honey, the little engine that could, hell, put them on and let the kids be kids because today is going to be some show enough adult talk. In fact, I'm going to say fucking raunchy, okay? So with that, consider yourselves warned because none of you bitches are going to be emailing me, texting me, writing me, talking to me, flagging me down on the street, whatever the case may be, to say that you got demerits or got points or whatever it was because you did not govern yourself accordingly. So now is the time to govern yourself, and you will consider yourselves warned. Ha-ha! Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the tea. So now, let me get into this. Before I bring my guest in, because y'all know I like to give you a little tease, and then I'm going to go to a commercial break. However, my guest today, honey, this girl here, this girl here, I love her and don't even know her yet, okay? I've been following her career, and, you know, well, let me not use the word follow because it sounds like I'm stalking. But I've been watching her, you know, on the little comic views and this, that, and the third and carrying on. And the first thing that I said when I saw her was that she reminds me of Aretha Franklin. Okay? And I said, damn, you know, this is off the chain. And, you know, me being from Detroit or whatever, I had always wondered if they had ever met and this, that, and the third and blah, blah, blah. But this girl here, you know, she calls herself, or she's been called, you know, one of the bad girls of comedy, okay? A lot of you would know her from the movie Borat, okay, where she played, you know, the lovely old hooker in there, and I call her a madam myself. However, she gave this wonderful, auspicious performance that has catapulted her into like the mainstream with everyone. She's been a road dog with Cat Williams and a number of other highfalutin comedians and carrying on, and she's able to hold her own. Now, I'm going to give another intro in a moment, but right now I'm just letting you know who it is that we're dealing with. So today, yes, it's going to be off the chain because I told her, honey, to mean it like she said and say it how she mean it when she come on in. So before she comes in, I got to get something to wet my palate. Y'all know with this damn surgery, my mouth gets all dry and shit, and I got to continue to sip water. I can't drink it. I got to sip it. And that does me no good, honey. Because, you know, I like to go off the, well, I ain't going to get into that. However, let me take a commercial break here. And then when I come back, we are going to sit back and enjoy the sounds and get into the world of the bad girl of comedy herself, who goes simply by the name LUENELL. So when we come back, we're going to talk with her, okay? So give me a couple of moments, and I will talk to you after this. Vidal, Couture, Vidal, Couture. Enjoy high fashion with luxurious twist. Step into the future with fresh, innovative couture. Design by Miss Michi DeVale. Michi DeVale. For more information, contact Michi at 313-996-9807. 313-996-9807. Or go to Facebook and go to facebook.com/Michi DeVale. That's MICHIEEDEVALE. Michi DeVale. Eacham Vidal Couture.
Trigg Laboratories manufactures premium sexual wellness and consumer healthcare products and is the parent company of Wet International Incorporated, one of the world's best-selling lines of personal lubricants and intimacy products. We carry a large variety of personal and flavored lubricants, flavored heating massage lotions, and aromatherapy heating massage oils. Whether you need a little or a lot, Wet has you covered. Our line of high-quality, innovative, and unique products are formulated using only the finest ingredients at our FDA-approved facility, meeting the strictest manufacturing standards. Wet is available worldwide at specialty stores and online retailers and at pharmacies nationwide. For more information or to find a retailer near you, log on to www.stayswetlonger.com. Trigg Laboratories. We create fun, quality, trusted products to innovate your intimacy.
I think my first really big TV thing I did was Love Connection with Chuck Woolery. I wanted to sing background for Luther. That was my delusional dream. The blockbuster film, Borat, came about the normal way. I got a call from my agent, and I auditioned. I was just like talking shit, and and I remember I took Sacha Baron Cohen's hand, and I sucked his finger, God, I probably got, tuberculosis right now from that, I don't know, but Well, at the same time that Borat came out, I was on tour with the hottest comedian in the country, is Cat Williams, and who did what a lot of people don't do. He actually reached back and got somebody from the old days, and he put me on the tour. We were playing Radio City Music Hall. We were in the G5 Flames. We had tour buses, everything. And so I had like a double hit. The difference between stand-up and acting for me is that I can't really act. I've built a whole career and nobody knows the big secret, but now it's out. I can't memorize hardly anything because I'm an old pop baby from the 70s. But luckily for me, I have a boyfriend, a new hot Latin boyfriend, who loves me just the way I am. It's sort of like Shallow Hal. Y'all remember that movie? He don't see me the way you motherfuckers do. And he came home the other night. He was like, you know, God bless his heart. He was like, Mommy, put this on. I said, all right. Well, that's the only fucking place that's gonna fit on me, you know what I'm saying? Are you out of your mind? You gonna choke my pussy to death from this motherfucker on. I wear the granny panties, and my panties are all the way up here. But they need room to breathe, you know what I'm saying? It's the same pussy in the big drawers as it is in here. Same pussy. You wanna fuck the panties or you wanna fuck the pussy? Oh, what you want? Okay, well. I said, well, goddamn it, you know, if you like lingerie like this, let me go see. And I find some fucking lingerie because, you know, God, shit, I ain't had a matching bra and panties since 1979. Shit. So I went to Victoria's Secret. And I went in there and I tried on a song, a flesh tone one, right? I thought we was going to play peekaboo. So I put the song on. That thing rolled up on me like a rubber band on the newspaper. I said, now, wait a minute. I know I put it on. Okay, well, I'll just buy it then. I know I put it on.
Oh, have mercy. Child, this girl is tickling me, honey. All right, if you're just joining us, honey, thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for letting me be me and let me do what it is that I do. Honey, you're dishing tea with Big Meech. And today's show, honey, I titled today's show From Tollette, Arkansas, honey, to Hotel Transylvania. She is going places, okay? Now, T-Sippers, this is going to be a totally, you know, for the grown folks and for the sophisticated people, because this is going to be some Long Island iced tea. You understand? We're going to be dishing tea with the bad girl of comedy herself. Her name is Miss LUENELL. This force of nature gives it to you and brings it with her as she sets the record straight on the ins and outs of what women want and how they should get it, if you understand, honey. We'll take a glimpse into her career, into the career of this funny, brash, trash-talking, lusty, funny, crazy, funny, off-the-chain, funny-ass woman known to us as LUENELL. We will also go get some inside information about her new movie coming out this Friday, September 28th, called Hotel Transylvania, okay? So without any further ado, honey, let's all welcome her. This is Miss LUENELL to the show. Hello there, my darling. How are you?
Hi, Big Meech, and hi, all the Blog Talk Radio listeners. This is the P. I just want to first start off by saying, Meech, I'm so glad that you're out of the hospital and feeling better. You're very brave and obviously very paid to have had that surgery. And I just want to say that I'm so glad that you're here with us and doing fine, really.
Oh, well, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that so much, honey.
Yeah.
So much. There's a backstory to it. I'll call you and tell you all that because I wouldn't have had that done had it not been for this damn hernia that I need to have repaired. So it's a little bit of a mystery
for whatever reason, I wanted done, and my daughter told me that I can't do it because Kanye West mama messed it up for everybody when she fixed it up. And so my daughter said, no, Mom. Yeah,
okay.
So that's it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, yeah, that was very tragic for her because and we had a number of folks who did not, had bought surgeries or whatever. I'm a fault of the physicians for that because I think something went wrong with their techniques. And then, too, at the time, it wasn't completely perfected. So, yeah. But I'm here, thank God, because I'm going to be here to celebrate my 125th birthday, honey, all month long like I do. You better understand, honey. So 2095, yes, ma'am. With my, I don't care if I'm on the cane, if I'm rolling, somebody going to roll me in. And all month long, the way that I do, I'm going to celebrate my birthday, honey, the way that I do. So understand. So in order for it to happen, I got to take care of everything now, honey. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I know Atlanta better watch out for that one.
Okay, you better understand. You better understand, my sister. So now let me get into your world. Girl, I'm telling you, when I got the call or the email to bring you on the show, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I know this name, but hold on. Let me go and Google. And I said, when I saw your face immediately, I said, oh, hell yeah. I need this girl immediately because the very, very first question that I've always been wanting to ask you is, has anyone ever, made that comparison between you and Aretha Franklin?
Yes, lots of people, probably on a bi-weekly basis. I've heard that lots of times, and I tell you what, I was lucky enough to have met Miss Franklin when she came to do the Nokia Theater in Los Angeles here, where I am. And I had a friend who was opening up for her, a comedian, and he got me tickets and backstage tickets. And I don't jock people. I don't jock, if there's a big crowd, I'm going about my business. But I went backstage, and one of her security recognized me. And I said I would like to get a chance to speak with Miss Franklin, and I would like to get a picture if I could. He said, if you don't mind waiting, I'll make sure you get in because I know you and I know that, it was going to be okay. I waited 2.5 hours because every star in L.A. came to pay homage to the Queen. Loretta Devine was backstage, Gladys Knight. There was a whole bunch of people backstage, and they all came to pay homage to the Queen. So I waited 2.5 hours. I would never wait that long for anybody anyway, but I waited for her, and at the end of 2.5 hours, when everybody had left, I was the last one to go and see her. And as it turned out, when I was on tour with Cat Williams, one of our tour bus drivers used to drive for her. So I mentioned that to her, and she was, oh, I know, Raj, yeah, he used to drive for me. And she offered me, there's a place out here called Pink's Hot Dogs. It's a very famous hot dog place. And she had a Pink's Hot Dog cart that they had brought out on the stage, and she gave like a lot of people in the front row and whoever came to the stage a hot dog. So my first pink hot dog was offered to me by Miss Aretha Franklin, and I did get my picture. It's blowed up 4 feet tall, and it's hanging in my office. Aretha and me, side by side. Side by side.
Okay. And that's how it should be. Okay, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you because I've always said, damn, I've been wanting to get to her and ask her that because y'all are both busty women and carrying on and this, that, and the third. And when Aretha went blonde and was doing the blonde hair thing for half a second, I was like, child, this girl here. And see, what makes that so phenomenal for me is that I'm a gender illusionist, in my spare time, and I do Aretha as a character. So as I was doing it, I was like, okay, well, wait a minute, honey, I may have to add another character to this. So this thing, I'm going to put you in my repertoire.
I consider that to be. Let me just say this to everyone out there who is a quote unquote gender illusionist. I bow down and give high praise to all the drag queens that were and female impersonators that were very important in my life. I know how to beat my face with the best of them right now because of what I learned from my female impersonator friends. I grew up in the Bay Area. I was partying at Gay Pride back in San Francisco. BA, before AIDS, before crack, when it really was gay to be gay. And I knew all the dolls and learned so much. And I just want to give a big thank you and to, because when they used to use the term fag hag, I was one before our housewives made it fashionable to have gay friends. I had gay friends, transgender friends, and some of the early transgender dolls were my friends up in the Bay Area. And I want to give a big thank you out to the LGBT community right now for supporting LUENELL and having my back, because I certainly have yours.
Okay, now you better say that. What you said before, it was fashionable, honey, for the housewives to say it was okay to have a gay friend.
Yeah, because everybody wants to have, my gay friend, this is my gay. Yeah, well, I was running in that circle way, way before now, honey. So they just jumping on the bandwagon. You either love the community or you don't. Don't be a front.
Exactly.
I'm down with it, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Now, Miss Ma'am, see, I love your spirit already. And let me go here, because one of the things, a lot of folks want to go, okay, how you get started. We're going to get on to that in a minute. But here is my lead question. Who is, or what is the difference between LUENELL Campbell and then Miss LUENELL, the comedian?
Unfortunately, there's not that big a difference. I'm pretty much the same. When you see me on stage, that's not an act that I put on for stage. That is me. The ideas that I express on stage are the ones that are in my head and in my life. I would say the only difference between that which you see and that which you don't see is the time that I'm, my quiet time, when I'm home with my daughter or when I'm cooking, my housekeeper quits, or I'm back to folding clothes and washing clothes, and, I go to the doctor like everybody else. I go to church. So, those things you don't see and people probably don't think about. But pretty much everything else, and you could ask my daughter, she's 16, she'll tell you, pretty much everything else, the mouth, the attitude, the swagger, and all that is me on a 24/7 basis.
Okay. Well, cool beans. So what you see is what you get. Okay, I love
pretty
that.
Pretty much, yeah.
I love that. Okay, so now let's take us on this journey from Tollette, Arkansas, honey, where they say that the population don't even make the census, honey. Okay.
It's Tollette, and the last count was 347. It's a small rural town.
That ain't no town. That ain't no town. That's a family reunion.
Township. It's a township, honey. It's not even on the map. It's on, if you got a map of what they used to have a map of black townships and settlements. It's more like a settlement. It's not even a town.
I was just about to say
we don't have anything.
Stop.
You can't even buy butter in my town. You'll have to go 2 towns over to go to a store. We don't have anything. We don't even have a police department in my town. Now, that's not to say the police won't come from someplace else, but we don't have a police department in my town. We don't have any stores. We have churches, and that's it. Churches and people's houses. We got one barber, and that's it. It's pretty rural, which, you can understand why I ran up out of there with my diaper on at 2 months old and got the hell out into California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not for me. I was born there, but it's not for me.
Now, how is it how do they take to you now with your stardom, with your brand of comedy? What is that like for you? Or have you went back to find out?
I go back to my hometown every 2 years. I was just there in August, and we have a homecoming, the old black tradition of having homecoming. And I go back every 2 years, and my town and my relatives, you know, they're very proud of me. They, you know, a lot of picture taking and kikiing, but it was a long road to get there because, you know, I was 36 before I had my daughter. Most people from my town, you know, my sister and brothers, which I have 7, they, you know, have had kids in their, you know, 20s and late 20s. You know, they thought I was some raging lesbian out running crazy in Los Angeles because I didn't have any children and I didn't have a job, a square job, since 1989. I had been doing this for a long time, so they didn't really get it because nobody from my town has ever become a star. You know, if you Google my town, my face is the one that comes up, you know, when they say, you know, things that Tollette, Arkansas is known for, is known for me. And so, you know, it took everybody a while to catch on to what I'm doing and to find out that it wasn't some phase that I was in or, you know, that I had lost my mind. So having, you know, being in these movies and on television shows, knowing the people that I know and TMZ and being in Jet Magazine, which I was just in last week, they have now got it. Hold on. How much extra is that going to be? Okay. So, you know, for the dolls out there, you don't know, I'm at the nail shop. I just was finishing up a pedicure when a manicure when Meech and I first connected on the phone. I just got my pedi. So I'm just sitting here trying from a mani-pedi right now. And I'm multitasking, child. Multitasking.
See, you cannot buy this shit. This is why I love doing this, because this is just life. This is so real, you can't stand it. Okay? Now, here's the ticket. I'm about to play something.
You got to get it. Yeah.
I'm going to play something because I'm going to take you back to where it started for you.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
And tell me if, just tell me if you remember this or any parts of this. Okay?
All right.
That's your baby. It was just a baby.
Put a curse on you. May all of your children end up junkies too. Your mammy tricked by the pound to buy that house. Your young daughters give rich old dudes head and limousines too. Put a curse on you. Put a curse on you. Your young folks gonna be double brains too. 'Cause all of that meanness squeezed in them ain't got nothing else to do. Put a curse on you. Put a curse on you. Made a block gobble up your futures too. And them rats come slipping out of your trash and sliding into your children's cribs too. Put my curse on you. Put my curse on you. Made a man feast on your goose too. Police jump on your children's heads too. And tacos at their bones too. And the mafia get to whack your partners and suck your home too.
Okay. Do you remember that?
You know what? Sort of, but I mean, tell me what that is, because I think that I know that. Okay, you tell me, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. Go ahead.
That there is the monologue "Curse on You" from one of the plays that you said got your goat and gave you. Yes, that's from Ain't Supposed to Die Naturally.
Supposed to die a natural death. That's right. Yes. Wow. You know what? You are really good, Meech, too, because that song that you played in the beginning, I Want to Be Bad, I mean, you took me back to the club, honey. You took me back to I was under a disco ball sniffing poppers when you played that song. Woo,
okay.
So you do your research. I am very, very impressed.
Oh, well, thank you, baby.
I'm impressed now. I'm impressed. Yeah.
When I found this monologue, actually, for those of you who want to go and see it, you have to go and look at the visual. Because when Miss Thing says she put the curse on, y'all got to watch her put this curse on, because this bitch works the stage.
Yeah. Right.
Okay?
Right.
She works the stage for me. But when I saw this monologue, when she said, may your daughters give head, give old rich men head in the back of a limousine, too, I instantly thought of you. And I said, if this is what I mean by that. What I mean by that is in the research that I read was when you saw this play and they got to meet the cast and was taking the pictures with everybody and this, that, and the other, that you got bit by the bug. And when I heard that piece of this monologue, I said, aha. That was the bug that said, okay, I can get up here and I can do what I need to do and I can say what I need to say without, and it be acceptable. You know what I mean? And this, that, and the other, because, wow.
I think that actually, being that I'm the eighth of 8 children, part of the bug had to do with attention, wanting some attention. And then when I was backstage and everybody was eating little finger foods and drinking champagne, signing programs and posing for pictures and hugging and getting accolades of adoration, that's when the light went off in my head. And I was like, I need me some of this. This is what I want. This is what I want. I want this right here. I want people to fawn like this over me. I want to make people happy like this. This is what I want. And that was why I started in theater before I ever had any inkling that I was going to do comedy. I went from like Baptist church choir to theater, back to the choir, to television, local television in Oakland, California for the Soul Beat Television Network, which was like a BET before BET was ever on television. It was black-owned and operated. And then I went into comedy.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So now
I've done it all.
Okay. You've done it all. Okay, dig that.
Right.
Okay, now let's go on this road, because along the road, what was the catalyst here? Because I know in my research and in my notes and you had got the courage to get up on the stage and to take on the mic. I've not done stand-up. Everybody say that I'm funny and this, that, and the other. I'm an actor, honey. Give me a script. I think I have comedic timing as far as it being scripted, but standing up in front of folks just to talk or whatever, that's not necessarily my gig.
Right, and there is a difference. It's much easier than it looks, to walk into a room of people who don't know you and make everybody laugh. I'm not satisfied with doing mediocre shows. I don't want to leave and everybody chuckle politely and clap politely and they go, oh, that was nice. I like to leave where somebody spit out the drink, choked on their food, knocked over a glass, grabbing their thighs, ruined their makeup, tears are dropping. That's when I feel like I've done my job. And,
exactly.
Yeah, and it's, being that I'm an actress, as well as a comedian, and I was acting first, I didn't have the stage fright that a lot of people do. I've never been booed in my entire career. I've had silent treatment a couple of times, early on when I might have went too far and then judge my audience. But this, some of it is a gift. It's not just, it's not just, something I do. It's a gift. You know, the Bible says laughter does the soul good like medicine. And I like to feel that way. You know, if I could take somebody who, you know, it takes a lot for people to get up out their house and come see you. They have to, you know, get themselves cleaned up. What am I going to wear? What am I going to do with the kids? Do we have enough gas in the car? Where are we going to park? And we have to get the tickets in advance. Did you get the tickets? Yeah, I got the tickets. You have to walk in and get yourself a cocktail, you know, and sit down and to come see somebody is a big deal. I know because I go see people, and I want them to feel like their trip was worth it. I don't want them to leave unfilled. I don't want them to leave unsatisfied. I want them to leave and go, oh, my God, I could see her every day again for the rest of my life. What an experience. I want them talking about it in the car. I want them to get home and talk to their friends about it over the phone and say the words, you missed it. That's what makes my heart happy. I'm not in this for the money. If I was in this for the money, I would have quit a long time ago. Because I'm not getting paid the money that, you know, the commercial comics are. I'm not making Kevin Hart money. I'm not making Anthony Anderson money. I'm not making, you know, that kind of bread. I don't think that I'm underground. I think, of course, with venues like Hotel Transylvania and the films that I'm in and the films I've done, I've become a lot more mainstream. However, you know, I'm not on TV selling trucks and all that kind of stuff. And it's not because I'm doing anything wrong. It's because those opportunities have not been afforded to me. But the one thing that I do this for is because I like to see people have a good time. I've had bad times. I don't want anybody to feel the way that I have felt in my down period. My job on this earth, I feel in my soul, is to make people forget for at least an hour about all the bad stuff and just throw their head back with reckless abandon and laugh. That's what I'm all about.
Okay, well, dig that. Now, let's go here because you've been touring with Cat Williams. You did the movie with him, Girl, Miss Thing. I was telling Mary, I said, I've got to find this clip because, damn it, she was in this old folks' home, and, child, that was the funniest shit.
Oh, my God. Yeah, when I was describing the incident was balding my vagina. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that'll haunt me for the rest of my life. That will haunt me from all my days. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of iconic. That's what we call. That's a hood classic.
God, yes, Miss C. I was like, is she in this old folks' home? Serving it, baby. So let's take us on that journey of how you and Cat met and how all that came about for you to get on the road and on the tour with him.
Cat and I met each other in Oakland, California when we were both struggling and poor and had kids. I have one daughter. He had his one son, Micah. They're about the same age. And we were buying our kids shoes from the swap meet. And, I still do that sometimes. Don't get it twisted. And, you know, I'll go in there and buy a pair of sandals for my daughter. Get your ass over there and get them sandals on the go.
Okay, so, you better understand.
Right. Don't trip. Everything ain't about Louboutin. But we knew each other back then just from being in the clubs. And he was always so goddamn fucking funny. This little motherfucker was just killing it everywhere, and I was too. And then, you know, he left. He left Oakland before I did and came to Los Angeles. And he was struggling down here in L.A. and doing clubs and stuff. And then I came, and we would see each other in the clubs again. We had mutual respect for one another. And then when his little star meter started rising, he called me one day and he said, I'm putting a tour together. You ready to hit the road with me?
You sound just like his little ass.
I know. I said, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll go. I had never been offered to go on a tour before. Melanie Camacho, the girl who was also in the show with us, she had been on tour like 9 times. But there's a theory I have about that. I'll tell you that later. But I had not been offered to go on tour. And you have to be a very secure headliner to have a heater like me on your tour. A lot of people don't want to work with me because they know that I'm going to come out there and crush that shit, and they may have a hard time as the headliner following me. The cat has never had that problem. He's secure in who he is, he's secure in his comedy, and so he asked me that, and I said, yes, I would love to go. Months went by, and I'm like, this nigga ain't finna do nothing. He ain't finna. And all of a sudden, I got a plane ticket confirmation in my email. It said, pack your bags, we're leaving in 3 days. And in 3 days, we left, and we stayed out for a year and a half, and then made a movie.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, here's the ticket. Let me ask this as a comedian, because this here is something that I've always wondered, and that is when you need to hire a writer and writing your own material and then putting it together. Then you got to memorize all of this. How does that work for you?
I have never hired a writer in my entire life.
Oh, good. Okay.
I write all of my own material, and I don't think there's not too many people who can write for me. I've ran across one or two people who were able to punch up a scenario for me, meaning that they might say, oh, what if you said this, or what if you said that? And I'd be like, yeah, like that. I've had a couple of suggestions from a couple of friends, but I've never paid and hired a writer in my entire life, as opposed to some comedians who are very popular and on the road right now who have 6 writers traveling with them. Hello, but not me.
Ooh, okay. Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right. Yeah.
So now when you put your shows together, how does that work for you? How do you know, okay, this is the start, I'm going to work up to here, this is going to be my ending, and you know how to close that out? Because a lot of folks, when we come to see the comedians, honey, it looked like everything is just off the top of their head. And a trigger word or something would take them to the next joke or whatever, to the next setup until they done ran out of time. And it looks simple. It looks simple as hell, but I know it's not.
Well, for me, it was a long course of trial and error, and being on the tour was a very good experience for me to know how to do, 300-something shows and keep it fresh and tight every night. I talk about subjects that I know. I talk about relationships, sex, getting older, being chubby, having sex with younger guys, gals, being a mother, and dating, and those are subjects that I know. I don't talk about what I don't know because I can't talk about what I don't know. And then you have to learn how to do a segue. The segue is leading from one joke into another joke smoothly, so that you don't just jump around from this subject to that subject to this subject to that subject, so that at the end of the show, it has been like you took somebody on a long story ride. My shit is like a master class. I like to think that if you come to my show, you're going to leave here and you will have learned something about relationships or something about sex or something about, partnership. I like to think myself as a bit of a teacher, not to say that I am one or that I know anything more than anybody else, but I've been through a lot and I have common sense. And so with those elements, I'm able to weave a story that I find funny and interesting and kick some knowledge at the same time.
Okay. Now, let me take a commercial break. When I come back, I want to go into this particular question. I'm going to leave you this to think about for a moment. And that is, what do you think has been the greatest lesson that you've learned thus far about the business of show?
All right.
What has been the greatest lesson that you think you've learned thus far about the business of show? Think on that. We're going to take a commercial break, and I will be back in a couple of moments, honey, so that we could get that answer, because I'm anxious to hear this one, okay? Right now, honey, if you just have you tuned in, honey, we are sitting up here dishing tea, darling, with Miss LUENELL, honey, the bad girl of comedy herself. We'll be right back.
The Big Brothers Network. Yeah, men of color, men of size. The Big Brothers Network was created to celebrate the larger man of color and those who admire him. We intend to promote a positive self-image within our community and the mainstream population. Our goal is to embrace our differences, to inspire self-love, and increase camaraderie through positive, brotherly interactions. We intend to accomplish these goals through the BBN magazine, local and national events, and networking forums. For more information or to catch the latest copy of the BBN magazine, please go to www.bigbrothersnetwork.com. That's www.bigbrothersnetwork.com. The Big Brothers Network. Men of color, men of size.
The internet sensation is now in print. Get your copy of the book that will not only change your life, but change your thinking as well. Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey is a compelling collection of blogs that have been the pinnacle of spiritual development and discernment for its author, internet talk show host Big Meech. Not only does this body of work offer the insight from his life experiences, it provides the reader an amazing opportunity to go on a journey that will awaken insight into their own higher power while encouraging personal growth and spiritual development. With chapters such as, I cannot give you life, nor can I live it for you. Truth is a bad bitch. It's time for a career change. I am not your God. And in what love do you operate? You will be captivated and compelled to take the life lessons the book has to offer and apply them to your life. To get your copy today of Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, go to www.dishingtea.com, or you can find it on the web at www.amazon.com, or if you prefer an ebook, find it at www.smashwords.com. Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey. Are you ready? Are you ready for the journey?
Luckily, I got a husband that thinks my fat ass is the shit. I ain't got to suck my stomach in no more. Hell, make me fart if I suck my fucking stomach in. I just let the shit hang. And I don't understand how come, you know, if you're Jennifer Lopez or if you're Halle Berry, how come you can't keep a relationship going? Why did David Justice cheat on Halle Berry? Why? Why did Eric Benet cheat on Halle Berry and that bitch supposed to be the shit? Have you ever stopped to think about it? Or maybe them bitches got vaginal odor. Maybe they fucking pussy stank. What, just because they look good and got $1 million, you think they pussy can't stink? I know a lot of good-looking bitches' pussy smell like old onions. We know, ladies, don't we know, because we go in the bathroom behind them bitches. You go in the bathroom, you be washing your hands, how you doing, how you doing? Somebody is eating that pussy. Goddamn. Don't you niggas care? If we can smell the bitch, we know you can. Motherfuckers licking pussy smell like old codfish. I don't understand. This mother bitch look good. Nigga, keep it real. A bitch got to do it. You got to, you can't just have a pussy. You got to maintain a pussy. A pussy is a valuable thing. You got to know how to rank that motherfucker out. You can't buy them little toy dishes, them little Massengill 2-ounce motherfucking dish bags in the store. 4 ounce, 2 ounce, it ain't enough ounces. Okay? I don't know who pussy that shit ranks now, maybe Barbie pussy. But that shit don't do nothing for me. I'm the old hot water bag bitch. You gotta be able to hike that foot up on the side of the fucking tub and stick that bitch in and you play the dish game. You hold it in, hold it, See if you got any grippers left. Whoosh. See if you got any fucking grippers left. Luckily, I got a husband that thinks my fat ass is the shit. I ain't got a...
Okay. We are back, honey. We are back. Ooh. Child. Yes, Lord, honey. Okay, we're back, honey. If you're just joining us, honey, we are here with LUENELL. And I am sitting here having a good old time with this. I told you, this show is off of the chain. Okay? So if you want to join in on the conversation, you have questions, honey, please call in at 347-205-9183. 347-205-9183. Okay, and I got a reverb. Ooh, okay.
No, okay.
And we're going to go from there. All right, I think I'm together. Anywho, we are back. Now, LUENELL, darling.
Baby.
Child, I'm telling you the God honest truth. I love you.
I'm loving you, too. And I'm kind of jealous about the Big Brothers Network that y'all got. Shoot, I need the Big Sisters Network, too.
Okay.
Y'all got a network for Big Brothers and people who love them. Damn, we need one for the big girls and the people who love them, too. What the hell? Damn. I like that. That's hot.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to let them know that, honey. I write for the magazine with them. And see, we're same gender loving. So, you know, that there is one of the spins on it. But, yeah, the brother, see, I advocate for the men of size. You know, the big boys, gay, straight, indifferent, whatever. You know, we you know, the big boys need a little bit of love and understanding and carrying on. You know, and the sisters, the big sisters. Okay.
But this is what I've noticed in the gay community is that the tolerance level is so much better than it is in the straight community. You know, I know plenty of big boys who have wonderful relationships. I know drag queens who are in relationships. And I'm like, God dang, you know, what the fuck is wrong with the straight folks that they can't get with the size differential? That's why I'm glad that Tamar and Vince's show is showing a hot woman can love a big guy, you know.
Okay, ain't that tea?
Yeah, and it's the other way around, too. And she loves him with her crazy behind. And he loves her, too. He puts up with a lot from her. But I think that those are roles that they have to play for the show, too. But I think in their real life that you know, she's much calmer than she is when she's being, you know, Tamar.com on her show. And I think that he's a little bit more tolerant of her in real life, too. So they don't fool me with the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Okay, dig that. Yes, you know how it is when the camera turns on. You know,
I do, and that's why I'm saying I'm not believing all that. They are much more regular and calmer in real life. Ain't nobody that turned up all the goddamn time in real life.
Okay. Okay, now you better say that.
Yeah, so Vince turned around and smacked the shit out of Tamar with all that mouth. And she was like that all the goddamn time. Shit.
Okay, and if he don't slap her, at least he'll slam a door or something somewhere. Now, let's just be real.
Something.
Okay, throw a glass across the room or something. But bitch, shut the fuck up now because I'm talking.
You know, come on, for real? Right.
And that's just real talk. Now, that's just with anybody.
It is. That's a black couple. I mean, you know, ain't nobody advocates violence around this bitch. But, you know, every now and then, you might need to grab a bitch by the collar and shake her a little bit. I'm just saying.
Okay. Anywho.
I'm just saying.
She said, I'm just saying. I'm not advocating nothing. However, child, listen, my brother, before he got married and things, he was dating this one girl. And everything in me, you know, we come from that, you know, I'm a 70s baby myself. So, you know, we come from that era. I'm from Detroit.
Right.
You know, see, from Detroit and carried on, you know, we in the Midwest and, you know, affirmative action was the ticket and the black man was losing his job to the black woman and all that pressure. Right. And so we come up like that. So his girlfriend at the time, I didn't give a damn what this child did. My brother kept saying, okay, get off me. Be quiet, girl. Let me alone, girl. As she bickering. He done left the room. She come to the front room. He left the front room. She go follow him to the back room.
Oh, yeah.
My brother left the house. Off of my door, because I had the back door as my door, off of my room. He went out of my door to leave the house to tell her, and he kept saying, leave me alone, leave me alone. Didn't this bitch walk out the door behind him and walk down the alley? I said, now if he kicked your ass, honey, just because you want it. And sure as shit, honey, he knocked her in the mouth, and she come running back. He hit me. I said, what the fuck you think he was going to do?
Damn, he done told you leave him the fuck alone 20
He done said
times.
it 15,000 times. He done walked away from you. He done moved. He done this. He done that. And
But
you
guess
went
what?
right behind. And my brother I'm 6'4". My brother's 6'6", 350 pounds, solid muscle. He plays ball and carrying on. What the fuck did you think he was going to do?
Look here, I bet you didn't follow him after that, though, huh?
It was time. He let her go because he had to.
Yeah, because she done pushed him to that point. He said, okay, this is not for
it.
me.
I can't do this no more because I've been
Good for him. Cut that.
Okay,
cut that.
you had to let it go.
Yeah, let that go. So anyway, being on that subject, let me just be the first to say, out of all the trash I've talked in my life, and I have talked mile a minute trash, I have never been struck by a man in my entire life. No. Now, my husband, he tried to choke me one time, but I was talking about his mama. That was the only time ever that anything ever happened to me.
Wait, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, girl. I was in a bit drinking.
I'm just saying that's just one time.
Oh, shit, that went down the wrong pipe.
I'm sorry, baby, but guess what? People say that all the time. It ain't but one pipe. It went down the pipe. It ain't but one pipe. It ain't no other pipe. It ain't no wrong pipe. It ain't but one. It just went down the wrong way. That one.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Let me put the cap back on this shit.
Yeah, put the
keep
cap
going.
up. Right.
Okay.
Okay, so you had asked me a question when we went to commercial. What is the biggest lesson I've learned about the business of show?
Yes.
I think the biggest lesson that I have learned out of looking at everybody, I think there's a reason that I'm not like household name quite yet, but I think that the Lord wanted me to see everybody do it wrong, but when he finally gave it to me, I could do it right.
Dig that.
I think that the biggest lesson that I've learned in the business of show is that it will all end one day. You will not be the number one stunner one day. Your star is going to fade and somebody's going to come up behind you one day. Unless your name is Betty White. Unless your name is Betty White, that bitch ain't going nowhere. Betty White's star has not faded, and she's always been on top from the gate. Sensational. Doesn't happen all the time. But everybody who's been on top has slid down at some point. I think that's a big lesson. You get this money, you spend it, you think you got to make this money the rest of your life. You think that you can go around and treat people fucked up, and then the find out that the person you treated fucked up is now the one that you got to audition for to hire you for that job. Is all going to end one day. And you need to keep that in mind. And you're not going to be the number one stunner forever. So that's what you need to govern yourself accordingly. You know, you don't know if you're going to have a health issue. You don't know if, there's going to be a tsunami. You're going to lose all your shit. You better have
you better
faith.
say that.
You better have faith is the one thing that don't have to end, okay? Your faith is the one thing that don't have to end. Because that money can run out and them friends go damn sure run out. So I think the one thing that I've learned in the business of show is that it is going to end one day, and you better govern yourself accordingly.
Okay, I love that. Okay, now let me do this because I see over here next to last Don in the tea room, honey, told me to make sure that I tell her I loved her as the stripper. And That's My Boy.
Yay!
Okay. He said he also liked you on Wendy just recently. Luenell is funny. Is funny as she is real. Okay.
Oh, that's the biggest compliment I can get from somebody to say about how real I am, because I don't know how to be fake, and fake people make me want to throw up in the back of my mouth. But I really appreciate anybody who went to go see That's My Boy, because it fell under the radar for a lot of folks because they thought Adam Sandler was making a PG movie, and he was not. This motherfucker was straight rated R. My titties went out through the whole entire movie, and I thought it was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. So it's not too late. That's My Boy is, well, I know it's shown in these hotels. I guess it's getting ready to be on pay-per-view and stuff like that. But when it hits DVD, please, everybody go out and get that. And just, just support his sister. Hell, I'm lucky that was my first Adam Sandler film, and now I'm in the second one in a year. There's not I don't know any other sisters that can say I've done 2 Adam Sandler pictures that came out in the same year. But Hotel Transylvania is indeed an Adam Sandler film, and I did not have to audition for it. He picked me for that. So I just, want to give him a big shout out right now and say thank you for letting us sister roll. You know what I mean?
Okay, now dig that. Okay. Now here's something very interesting, because he also puts up in here that you and Monique are the 2 realest, funniest women in the business to him. This is next to last Dawn.
Okay.
What is that camaraderie with the sisterhood of the comedians? Because is there a lot of the persnicketyness, the bitchiness, the okay, I don't know her kind of shit? Because I'm looking for folks to go get Marsha Warfield and some of the old girls to come on and that may have fallen off the radar, to pick it up and bring it on back and to just form that sisterhood, particularly with black comedians. So what is your take on that?
Well, it goes both ways. Unfortunately, there is a bit of persnicketyness. There are some top black female comedians who will not work with another female on the show.
Wow.
And then there's an alliance of females who get together and support each other. My friend Hope Flood is a comedian. She was a BET Comic View favorite, and she has recently formed FICA, which is the Females in Comedy Association. We had a convention in L.A. A lot of comics and aspiring comics flew in from all over the country. We had seminars. I'm trying to tell them how to build your set, how to deal with these promoters, how to get your money, how to stay relevant, and all that kind of stuff. And it was a really wonderful and beautiful experience for a lot of the sisters. Now, that is not to say that it comes, that's the norm. That is not the norm. There is, comedy is not a group participation venue. Comedy is a solo venue. It's very me. It's all about me. If you have a great, wonderful show, you are responsible. Mm-hmm. If you had a show that sucked, you are responsible. You can't blame nobody else. You can't blame the sound system. You can't blame the sound man. You don't have a band. You don't have an orchestra. It's all about you. And a lot of people start to believe their own hype and become victims of their own hype, thinking that they're the shit and that the world revolves around them. You cannot believe that for a second. Because once you do, the Lord will pick that shit up from up under you so quick you won't know what happened. So I find that I don't think that I have too many problems. I say out of all the female comics that I've ever worked with and that I will work with, I really only have a problem with 1 or 2. And that is because they've got issues of their own. I would say for me, Luenell, that I get along with pretty much everybody, and everybody can get along with me. You heard what I said? They can get along with me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, dig that. Dig that. All right.
Dig that. Yeah.
Okay. I love that. Now, with the whole comedy thing being male dominated still, I mean, the girls have made a mark, and they come in and they hitting hard. You know, and you are one of them because you hit hard. You just as raw as they are, and et cetera, et cetera. But what has been some of the disparities? I know when Monique and Samore and the girls were doing the Queens of Comedy, they were saying, you know, how they had to fight because, hell, they put the men in separate limos and carried on, and then they wanted to put them all in the little Chevy.
Or they put
know,
them in the men in better hotels than they did the women, too. Stuff like that. Because the promoter was a man, and he had a male chauvinist attitude. Women have just always been, you know, accessories and all this kind of stuff, and nobody take a chick seriously. When you're doing comedy, to me, and for me, you lose a little bit of your femininity because you have to go hard. You're playing in a boy's game. You're not on the road with gentlemen. They're not like opening doors for you and carrying your suitcase for you. And all it's like, come on, bitch, get in the car type shit. You know, you have to, and you have to not be able to have your feelings hurt about that. You know, just get over it and get the fuck in the car and go. You have to, you know, there's a lot of very, very pretty girls that are trying to do comedy, and they have to fight with the fact that they'll let you on, but that, you know, somebody wants you to suck their dick or fuck them. Now, when you get a woman
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, when you get a robust sister like Monique and myself, we're going to come from a place. It's always been the best female comics have been odd-looking or heavy-set because that way people are going to listen to you. You can always lose weight, but look at the scrutiny if you're a beautiful comic and you gain weight. So when you start off and you're with that pretty thing, you got 2 strikes against you already. And with the females, too. The females don't want their man at the show looking at you. They're sitting there with their arms crossed on what this bitch going to say. So they have to be like twice as funny as a regular-looking broad. I consider myself to be a regular-looking chick. I try to keep it sexy all the time, no matter what weight I am, and I've remained, you know, I don't fluctuate. I'm pretty much the same weight that I've been for like 10 years. And, you know, I try to you know, talk about things that men and women enjoy. Because I don't want to be a comic just for females because the men will be sitting in the audience bored. So
twiddling their thumbs, right.
Yeah, I do think that I have a comedy that men and women can appreciate, and that is what's kept me, you know, moving.
Dig that. Oh, wow. And see, let me tell you something about your drag, Miss Thing. Okay? Because your drag is, this is where I got to put you in my repertoire. Because that goddamn, you wear this top blouse that's a swing dress, and then a pair of them damn pants. Girl, that leopard print motherfucker.
Was that pink that I wore on Comic View?
Yes. And I think you got a leopard one, too.
Yeah. That shit is fierce, right? Well, where do you think I learned that shit from? Presentation, darling. I learned it from the dog. Way back in the motherfucking way back. You know, if you want to be treated like a star, you need to look like a motherfucking star. I'm not going to never do no show with a T-shirt and straight pants on unless I came from, you know, someplace and I just happen to be going on stage that night or something like that. That's the only reason. But if I'm doing a show that I'm being paid for, I'm going to show up and I'm going to be, you know, fierce, and that's it.
Okay, well, dig that. Girl, because I was like, oh, my God. That little number there, I said, oh, this drag is sickening. This drag is sickening. I'm going to have to say, I'm gonna text you a picture of me, what I look like in paint, honey, so you get it.
All right.
Okay. Ooh, I've got to do that.
Hey, listen. Meech, hold on just a minute. Hey,
okay,
how are you? Hi. How are you?
We'll take a commercial break and let her do that, and we'll be right back. Okay, let's do that because she got to take care of that. We'll take a commercial break, children. Y'all know she's out and about. I told y'all that. See, I love this. I also love being real like this. So we'll be back in a couple of seconds. Let's do this.
Beautiful baby, with Daddy you will stay. And if a human tries to harm you, I'll simply say, because you're Daddy's girl. Ever since she was born, I've wanted to protect my little ghoul. So I created a place where all monsters could be safe. From them!
Humans hate us. They're vicious, and they're very loud.
Dad, everyone here is ancient. 10, 27. I want to go out and see the world.
Whoa, honey, you're too young.
I'm 118 years old.
Don't give me the pouty bat face. This is Hotel Transylvania. All of our monster friends are right here. Me mommy, Wayne me wolf.
Yeah, it's a mess back there.
And your Uncle Frank dropping him too. Housekeeping! Hello?
Human! How did you find this place?
Oh, I was just mountain climbing with some dudes and heard this story about an awesome castle. Speaking of awesome, that cape thing is killing it. Look at these cool costumes. Check it out, I'm a Franken homie. Whoa, what's your name?
My name is Mavis.
Rex daughter's in love with
Go to a corner, you're in a timeout.
I'm a grown man.
Seriously, Dad.
You are coming with us.
I'm scared.
Oh! Why did that hurt me?
Out of the way, Grandpa.
Stay away from my daughter.
I think your dad's really starting to like me.
Hi.
Hotel Transylvania.
Now go and never return.
Wait, never return to the hotel?
What? Well, I just used my powers to erase your memory. I looked straight into your eyes.
Oh, maybe it's the contact lenses.
The what?
Here, let me just try and get him out real quick.
Oh, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Almost got it.
Gold. If the bitch look too good to be true, she probably is. Okay, if you meet a girl who earrings match her necklace, match her bracelet, match her ring, match her nipple piercing, match her belly button piercing, match her belly chain, and her ankle bracelet, and her toe ring, and her toenails match her fingernails, and her fingernails are acrylic, and the bitch grew them all herself, and she got pretty legs, and the bitch ain't never skinned her knee, or got a mosquito bite, ain't got no cellulite, or no varicose vein, and her ass is tight, and her titties is perky, and they both the same size, and they look up at you, and she got a nice neck with no fat around it, and she don't sweat too much, and her breath smell good, and her teeth is all white and straight, and her lipstick is on good, and her eye makeup is on good, and the bitch ain't got no wax in her ears, and you feel her hair, and long down the back, and she ain't got no tracks in her hair, nothing like that. You better lift that bitch's skirt up, because her dick is probably bigger than yours.
One of my classes. One of my classes.
Okay.
I had a minute ago, I had been spotted by some fans, you know what I'm saying, and I had to holler at them. They wasn't gonna leave the side. They wasn't gonna leave the side of the car, cause you don't know. I done left the nail shop and I'm out in front of the barber shop now. I done drove halfway across town.
Oh, I love it, girl. Shit, handle it. This is what I love. You said you were multitasking. Exactly.
Multitasking, boo.
I love it. Okay, let's go here. Because, you know, we want the folks to know that this coming Friday is going to be the release, honey, of Hotel Transylvania. Now, I want to see some of the trailers. If you haven't seen them on television already, the commercial clip that I show is the audio of what the trailer is. It's up on YouTube. You can find it there and to see everything that's going on. This looks to be pretty calculating, and you get a good key out of this, honey. You know, with Dracula opening up a hotel, honey, for all of the monsters and the ghouls to come take a fucking vacation. No humans allowed, and then a human shows up. How about it? So tell us your role in carrying on and what's going on.
Well, as you said, you know, when the Mummy and Frankenstein and Dracula, when they're in town, people are always trying to stab them or set them on fire or chase them or beat them down. And they need somewhere where they can get away and just be a nice monster and relax. So Hotel Transylvania is like Club Med for monsters. And I play the part of a shrunken head. I hang on the doorknob. I talk shit when people walk by. I got my head shrunk and my eyes sewed shut years and years ago. And I'm so excited about this coming out because it's not a cartoon that's just for kids. It's for adults and kids. It's a family movie. It's really a good go get your popcorn and enjoy type thing. It is a romantic comedy. It's not scary. So the kids, so you don't have to worry about the kids being scared. It's not scary. All of our characters are lovable and wonderful, and it's got a great storyline. It is in 3D, which means you got to wear the little glasses, and it took 8 years to draw this movie.
Really?
Yes. Animation takes a very long time. And so if anybody's going to bust a nut on Friday at the release of this movie, it's the animators when the public gets to go see it. We're trying to make this bitch be #1, people, so I need everybody to go out and support it. You've got Selena Gomez, Steve Buscemi, Fran Drescher, Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg, CeeLo Green, myself, Kevin James. There's just a lot of stars in it. I love it. I'm very proud of it. I've only done voiceover one time before, and that was ignorant-ass role on the Boondocks. But this is for the family. It's rated PG. I'm very proud, and I want everybody to please go see it.
Okay, all right. And mind you, it is opening up this Friday, so all this weekend, this is the opening weekend. And for those of you, y'all know, the opening weekend, honey, is where they do all of the tallies and carrying on, and they decide what is a flop and what's not. You know, the hits and the flops are determined by the opening weekends. So this is the time, honey. Okay, next to last, Don said he is taking his kids. Because he's already cackling, honey. He cackling, he rolling over and stuff. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now let's go here along your journey because the road has not always been smooth, as we all know. I always teach this, and I say this in my book, that the process is sandpaper for the soul. And so you've had a couple of bump scares.
Say that again.
The process is sandpaper for the soul.
You heard? Thank you very much. That is so true. Yeah.
Yes, honey. Just like sandpaper on wood, they got to sit up there and scrape off all that gunk and all that the nastiness, the old paint, the shellac, the this, the that, that's just been on top. So is that's what the process does with our soul. So when it's all said and done, you have a pretty polished piece. And it's all said, and it looks good. The presentation is awesome. It's wonderful. And it's a smooth surface. Now, yes, going through it ain't cute. It ain't cute going through it because you have to, once they apply that pressure to scrape, that's a whole other thing. But then when it's all said and done, you come out a cute, polished piece. So along this journey, you have gone public about some of your mishaps that you've had. And, what was that like for you during that particular time?
Well, when we're young, you make mistakes.
Exactly.
And if you're smart, you learn from your mistakes. I wouldn't take anything for the mistakes that I've made and the hard lessons that I was taught as a result of making those mistakes. I wouldn't want to do them again. That is what a fool does. You make one mistake, you learn, and then you move on. You might make a different mistake, but if you make the same mistake again, then you may as well take fool and stamp it on your forehead because that's what you are. I've been incarcerated. I stole from a bank that I happened to work at. I was separated from my daughter for many, many months. I've, done all the drugs that anybody could do, basically out of loneliness and because I had the money to do them. I never was a, jump off or strawberry or anything like that. If I wanted to go buy an 8-ball, I simply went and bought it. And, I've had my mother die while I was on stage. I've had, a sister that got stabbed to death, probably less than a mile from where I'm sitting right now. And I've been through a lot, but you can either take that, get caught in that, and wallow in that, or you can take that and get stronger behind that and make that work for you, I chose to do the latter. Everybody isn't built the same way. Some people can't get out of the muck and the mire, and they can't let it go, and they can't rise up from the ashes, from the abyss, like a phoenix, like I did. Everybody's not made out of that. But I do think, I don't say that I'm strong, but I think I've had my strong moments, and that's gotten me to where I am today. Faith in the Lord, and when you lock that, you always wonder why people go to jail and they give religion, because you have time to sit and be alone with yourself and your thoughts. And
better say that.
And be still, then that's exactly what he will do. Now, some people have to be in for life. Other people can be in for a week, and they get it. I had a year sentence. I only did 4 months and 18 days on my year. And believe you me, honey, I came out a changed bitch. I'm happy for it to be able to go and turn on hot water. I'm happy to be able to get up and walk around my house at midnight, turn on the lights and turn them off when I want to. I'm happy to be able to drink Kool-Aid, soda, champagne, whatever I want. To be able to use metal utensils instead of plastic ones. I know what it's like to sleep without a pillow, without a blanket, and to have peace in my house rather than have noise and rhetoric all around me at night. So I'm grateful. I'm a grateful bitch. That's what the fuck I am. And I know I live in a thankful and grateful way. I do good deeds for folks. I try to be kind to people. Now, I wouldn't fuck with me if I was somebody out there. But I do have, that dark side, and I ain't no punk. But I do try to live, a pretty Christian life. In as much as being, good in my soul. I don't do everything right. I imbibe, I drink liquor, and I still smoke some weed if I motherfucking want to, or whatever the fuck else I want to do if I feel like doing it. But the Lord has spared me and keeps waking me up in the morning. I think I have work to do. I have to raise this daughter of mine, and I have to be a mouthpiece in the community. So that's what it is for me.
Okay, dig that. Okay.
I think I'm going to be an evangelist. I think I'm going to be an evangelist when I grow up.
Well, you know what? Quiet as a cat.
Providence LUENELL, yes.
Well, but see, you already, that's the new gig right there, girl. See, that's the gig. Right that's there on the comedy stage. The Prophetess, that's the gig. Because in this particular arena, the world of comedy, everything is about is taking life's mirror and putting it right in front of everybody's fucking face. You know, and when they laugh at it, because the funniest jokes is truth. You can't make you cannot make life up.
I couldn't make up the shit that I was talking about. Just like that clip that you played about, if the earrings match the necklace, match the bracelet. If the bitch is that goddamn fine, if the bitch is that motherfucking perfect, if she's a 10 like that, you better lift that skirt up, because a real woman is going to have flaws. A real woman is not flawless. I got a big bruise on my leg right now from running into a table trying to go holler at Denzel Washington. If you got a woman like that, no scars on her motherfucking leg, and her titties both the same size, she's perfect, you better check yourself before you fuck around and wreck yourself.
Okay. Okay.
On it for real.
Dig that. And that's what I've been telling that to straight men for the longest time.
I'm
like,
what?
Child.
They know. Them motherfuckers know. They know.
See, exactly. Okay, her makeup is flawless, baby.
You should say quote unquote straight men. Quote unquote.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Maybe straight in the daytime, maybe not so straight in the nighttime. I'm just saying.
Girl, okay, don't get me started on that, because see, most of the people.
Honey, I went on the road with a comedian that a guy who used to do a character, Sister Quintella Caldwell. And Sister Quintella, a character, was an older church woman. And there was motherfuckers that was trying to hit on Quintella, and she wasn't even young.
Oh, yeah.
I also have a transgender well, not transgender. I have a female impersonator, drag queen type friend, comedian named Flame Monroe.
You know you Flame. Flame is a fucker.
Flame is one of the baddest motherfuckers. When that bitch step on the scene, ladies, you better hold on to your motherfucking man. But Flame got some of the biggest titties and one of the best asses in the planet Earth that anybody has ever seen. And she'll take your motherfucking man. And you can't say nothing about it. So that's why I say straight, quote, unquote, straight men.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm Atlanta. You know, I wouldn't be a woman in Atlanta looking for a man right now to save my soul because they're out.
Oh my goodness, yeah, child, yeah. And see for the girls, a lot of folks don't get for the girls is that those same so quote unquote straight guys. Usually when they get with one of the girls, they want to bottom. And I said that out loud. Yes, I did.
Well, you know, it's just the truth. I learned from the best thing. I learned from the dogs. And I was shocked. I didn't know anything about these homo thugs and all this shit, you know, and these niggas that was selling weed in the back of the bus and looking all hard and sagging with their Timbs on. But the next thing you know, they're up in the adult bookstore in the back in their dick sock. So what's that?
Okay, or bending over. Anywho.
Or bending the fuck over.
See, that's the kick.
Lord.
Not so much that they are hard and shit, because you would expect them to get their dick sucked, but it's when they hard like that and then they bottom.
Yeah.
See, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want folks to think that I'm hating on the bottom, because I'm not hating on it. It's just that, you know.
As a sister, that hurts. That really, really hurts.
Okay.
You know, because I'm like, damn, you know, you could be a freak and just get your dick sucked, but if you're a bottom, you know.
Exactly. That means you really into this shit. Exactly.
Yeah, you're way into it, or it's into you, rather. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, now here. Next to last, Don wanted me to ask you this question. He says, is it easier to be regular as an entertainer versus playing the role as an entertainer? He said, you know how some entertainers act like they're bigger than they are and bigger than regular folks when they get big?
For me, and I can only speak for me, it's much easier to be regular because you don't have to keep up the fucking facade. I know people who are just playing the role. And, you know, nobody can act that good all the goddamn time. At some point, they're gonna falter. They're gonna slip. They're gonna get caught slipping. They're gonna lose their grip. You know what I'm saying? And plus, the Lord is gonna knock their ass back down. And they probably do it in front of everybody. And then what you gonna say? So I'm regular. I think it's much easier just to be a regular person because you don't have a role to have to play. But trying to play a role 24 hours a day is you know, that's hard. And
that's
it's hard on your psyche, too. And you get your mind confused. Who the fuck are you really? Do you even know who the fuck you really are, you know?
Okay.
Yeah,
see, that's some Sunset Boulevard shit, honey. Okay.
Yes.
Miss Norma Desmond, honey. Ooh.
I have a friend I call Norma Desmond right now. I have a guy friend that I call Norma Desmond right now. He's so funny you should say that. You don't even know how funny that is, Tom.
Okay. No, child, you know, everybody waiting on their close-up and carrying on, honey. Everything is always big and dramatic and things. But, bitch, if you don't sit down, you know.
Get over your
someone
own
is asking Pharaoh's box in the tea room. Okay.
Yeah.
When are you coming to Detroit? They want to know when you coming to Detroit or any Detroit shows scheduled or where can they find out your schedule?
If I could. Because one of my dear, dear friends is Judge Craig Strong, who's out there in Detroit. He's a very, very flamboyant circuit court judge. He wears, you know, dresses like a pimp. He's very flamboyant, all different color suits, gators, and all that stuff. But he'll put you in pen for the rest of your life if you fuck with him. So he's my very dear friend, and he's in Detroit, and I know that he lives not far from the Motown Museum. He's taking me there and stuff, and every time I come out there, I get a chance to see him, and he comes to L.A. quite often. He'll probably be here for the BET Awards. So I want to come back to Detroit. I have not spent as much time there as I would like. I know I've got fans there. I haven't been back there but once since I was there with Cat. And I've been out there in the snow, and I've been out there in the not snow. So, you know,
Okay.
as soon as somebody has a venue and they go up to that promoter and say, hey, why don't you think about bringing Luenell, I'll be there. And if anybody needs to reach me, you can, you know, if you're a Twitter follower, you can hit me on my Twitter. That's at Luenell, at LUENELL. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Luenell, same address. Or you can go to my website and get my email. My website is heyluenell.com, HeyLuenell.com. And my last name is Campbell if you want to write me something from Facebook. I can't friend nobody else. I got a Facebook page and a fan page, and they're both maxed out. And I probably got about 8,000 people pending. Wait, I think Facebook is fucked up for putting a limit on how many fans you can have. It's stupid that they make a limit of 5,000. You know, what you're supposed to do if you're a celebrity, you should have limitless friends. But, you know, you can still go on Facebook and find me and write me if you got somebody that wants to book me or anything like that, or if you just want to say hi, okay?
Okay, well, how about that? Okay, how about that? Okay, see there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, let's go here, because you mentioned that you have a daughter and things. What has motherhood done with you to help shape your career, to help ground you, and to help to settle you as a woman?
Motherhood is the absolute best thing that ever happened to me in my entire life. It gave me a perspective on life and on what my mother did for me. Unfortunately for me, my mother passed away a month before I got pregnant with my daughter, so I was never able to tell her, oh, I get it. Oh, I see how much my senior year cost you. Oh, I see what it was to have to buy me Easter clothes every year. Oh, I see what it means to cook me my favorite meal and chop those onions and make that dressing and stuff like that. I get it. You know, I never got that opportunity. For those of you who still got your mamas out there, you know, you need to call it today and just say, Mama, I get it. I want to thank you. I didn't get it. It's hard to get it if you don't have children because the responsibility level, if you have a kid and you even halfway want to do it right, you got to get your shit together. If you don't give a fuck, then you don't give a fuck. You be a raggedy-ass mom, and your kid will probably still love you. But for me, it gave me more material to talk about in comedy. It centered me. It gave me a purpose, a reason to be out here grinding. It gave me goals, what I want to do to be able to do certain things for my daughter. I have to grind harder this year and get more things done this year and half of next year because my daughter's graduating from high school next year. And I want her to have everything she's supposed to have. Class ring, cap and gown, field trip, grad night, you know, the party, the trips to colleges. I want to give her everything that she needs.
Right, just that.
And a lot of the things that she wants to have. Not everything, but a lot of the things, you know. And my daughter is a very well-rounded girl. She goes to church even when I'm not in town. She's a dancer. Her first dancing professional opportunity on television, she got to dance behind Faith Evans and the winner of Sunday's Best, Jessica Reedy, this year on Celebration of Gospel. I'm very proud of her.
Oh.
And she's got a rockin' bod, and she likes to throw it around. And she's, you know, developing quite a little mouth on her, which I can't, you know, say anything about that because look at the lineage that she comes from. Her father is a comedian as well, who will remain nameless at this time. Don't shit where you eat people. I'm supposed to try to make it look 16 years later, just on me. So, you know, I think that having a child, and I only have the one, you know, has definitely changed me for the better. Because I was the bad girl of comedy for a reason. I was buck wild out here in the business. I was throwing glasses at hoes in the club before Basketball Wives ever came on TV.
Shut up,
And
girl.
so this way, I'm just a little bit more. I think a little bit more before I act, you know, because I don't want it. I've been separated from my daughter before. I don't ever want that to happen again.
Okay. Next to last, Don said he is following you right now on Instagram at Second to Last Don. Okay.
Yay!
I want to know, do you watch the reality shows like the R&B Divas, and are you a cougar, as they say?
I do watch R&B divas. Faith Evans is a friend of mine. And I watch Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I watch Chrissy and Jim Jones' show. I watch Vincent Tamar and the Braxtons. And I watch Love and Hip Hop. And those are the ones I watch. You will not see Honey Boo Boo, little bitch ass, coming across my television set. That's what's not going to happen. I have to draw the line somewhere. And, there's a couple of other shows that bore me, the shit that I don't watch. But, I watch them because I have to be able to, I watch them because I want to, number one. And number two, I watch them because I have to be able to talk about that shit on stage because I have to stay relevant, you know what I'm saying, to what's going on in the world. So I have to know what the fuck I'm talking about when the audience is, out there. I got to know who Stevie J is. I got to know who Samaya is. I got to, I got to know who, Jim Jones is and, Mama Elsa and all that shit. I got to be up on that. I watch What Happens with Andy Cohen. I'm trying to get on that show like a motherfucker. I was able to do that one goal. I was able to accomplish that one goal and get on Wendy Williams, and I know that I'll be able to get on there again, I hope. And I definitely want to be on Watch What Happens with Andy Cohen because I think he's really hilarious and very cute. So, yeah, I'm up on it. I'm up on it like a helmet, baby.
Okay. Now, here's if you can build your dream tour, who would be on your tour? And who would you want to work with that you haven't worked with?
That's a very good question. That's a very, very good question. I had to think about that one. Being that a tour is usually 4 people, the host, the opening act, the feature, and the headliner. I think I would like to work with, let's see, probably Margaret Cho.
Oh.
You know who that is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, probably Margaret Cho, myself, maybe George Lopez, and Joan Rivers.
Wow.
Yeah, if I could have a dream tour. It's because you have an Asian, a white woman, a Latino, and a black woman. And that's that way I'm getting all the money. I'm not excluding anybody. Everybody would want to come. So I think it would be me, Margaret Cho, George Lopez, and Joan Rivers. Yep, I think so.
Okay. Oh, that's a lineup right there.
And they just upset everybody.
Okay, black man himself. Okay.
What do you think?
But he has a wonderful mind.
What do you think about that lineup? What do you think about that lineup?
That line, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my God, because what it does. See, all of those girls, all of y'all are very edgy girls.
Right.
Very edgy. Take you right there to it. You know, Joan being the vet that's been out there forever. Girl, that's sickening. Wow.
I'm just saying. You said my
that
dream tour.
Is
that would be my dream tour. Yeah.
That's sickening. Ooh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I throw Paul Mooney in for good measure.
Okay, right. Okay, your good luck charm.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, my darling. Now, who has been your inspiration? Who have been the people that you look to and have been mentors for you in this business?
Well, first I have to say Laura Hayes from the Queens of Comedy.
Get out of here, really?
Of Oakland, where I was raised in the Bay Area, and she was, she came to LA before me, and she did it. She was Cole's mom on Martin. She was in, I Got the Hook Up. She was in the Queens of Comedy, and she did it. She showed me how to do it. And so I'd have to say that Laura Hayes is my mentor. And then also I'm very, very fond of Roseanne Barr because they told Roseanne everything, all the reasons why she wasn't going to make it. You're fat, you're white trash, you're old, and you have a bunch of kids. You got a big mouth, you're kind of funny, but ain't nobody trying to hear you. And Roseanne was like, really? And she took all that and became the highest paid woman in television and the highest paid television executive to date for a female. So.
Exactly. Right, because she bumped out, and they think it's Ellen, right. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. No, she's the highest paid female executive comedian ever, So I like that. I like when you say I can't do something. I like an underdog. I like underdogs when they say, oh, well, she's so this and she's so that. I'll be like, yeah, well, you better watch her. You better watch her in a second.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now that's real talk. Okay.
We're coming up on almost 2 hours, Meech. We doing.
I know, baby. I know.
We doing a marathon, huh? But you know what? That's all good though, because you're like my next to last interview for the week. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 tomorrow, and I'll be done with all my interviews for Hotel Transylvania promotion, and I will have done like almost, I feel like 40, since last week.
Wow.
But this has been one of my most gratifying, I'm going to say, because, like I said, I'm very fond of the community, and the community has supported me, and I'm down with the whole motherfucking shaboing boing. And plus, I like the way you run your ship, so I appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you, baby.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. You're a really good interviewer. You ask good questions, you do your research, and you have an arsenal of clips and stuff like that. And I think that's, I'm going to tell my manager. My manager has called since we were talking. I flipped over real quick and said, I'm on the phone with Big Meech, can't talk, I've got to call you back. And so I'm going to call him back and let him know this is one of the best interviews I did.
I appreciate that so much. Okay, that's giving me goose pimples. That means that, that's a spiritual thing, and I just thank God
you're
for
on the right track. You're on the right track.
Okay,
Don't let nobody say it's not. Yep.
Exactly.
And your commercials caught my ear, too. Remember, I talked about 3 of your commercials. The Big Boy Brother Shift. Not my shit, but the way. So, yeah.
Okay. So now, what do we have coming up outside of Hotel Transylvania opening up this Friday? Are you on the stage somewhere? Where can folks find you within the near future, or are you still doing press junkets? And do we need to look for you on television, on the red carpets, and all of this kind of stuff?
I'm hoping to get to the BET Awards. I think that's coming up, so you can look for me. Hopefully, maybe on the carpet there. I don't know, but I am going to be in D.C. this very weekend. You'd have to go on HeyLUENELL.com to see the name of the venue because I can't remember the name of the venue right now. But at HeyLUENELL.com, you can go on there and find out where I'm going to be. I also have a movie opening on October the 5th, which is a sequel to the movie Taken. It's called Taken 2 with Liam Neeson.
Oh, yes.
And then I just shot a big epic comedy written and directed by my very, very good friend, Mr. Nick Cannon, and it is a hilarious comedy that features myself, Cat Williams, Mike Epps, and Kevin Hart, and it's going to come out next spring, and that's called School Dance. And I just got to tell you, that motherfucker right there is about to turn this shit upside down. It's a Lionsgate film, so it's a major motion picture, and it's going to have a tour connected with it as well. You will see.
All right. Now I'm gonna let you answer this question, and then I'm gonna let you go ahead on and handle your day, because here's something, and it's kind of serious. So, when we're looking in this business, a lot of folks always think sex, drugs, and rock and roll. They don't hear camaraderie. They don't hear friendships. And with Cat being dear to you, how is it, or what was that for you when he was going through his downtime, and what was that, how was it that you inspired him to get his ass together, get back on track, and pull his coattails, okay, look, we need you to get to getting. What was that like for you to watch him go through what he had to go through?
Well, first of all, let me say I'm very happy to say the cat is back on track. He was at my house with all of his kids on Sunday. And that was a two message. He was supposed to come over Saturday. He didn't make it. I texted him. I said, "You stood us up, baby. What's up?" And the next time I heard from him, he said, "Are you at home?" He called me on the phone. He said, "Are you home?" I said, "Yeah, I'm in my bed." He said, "Come open the front door." I opened the door, and he was there, and all the kids, and everything, and he stayed like an hour and a half. We sat on the floor, had a great time, just like before the money.
Right,
so,
got it. I
couldn't be happier to report that when he was going through his several incidents, I never once said a bad word about him. He remained my friend because he took me and gave me experiences that I will remember the rest of my life. I've never thought flying my private planes before or since, but I flew on the G-Fly jets with Cat. I never played a place like Radio City Music Hall. Never thought that I would have the opportunity, but I did with Cat. I've never stayed in a five-star hotel consecutively, week after week after week after week. I did that with Cat, and I've never made as much money, and I've been able to buy as many things for my home and do as much as I have for my daughter as I did when I got paid by Cat. Plus, we made a movie, and we have that experience chronicles our love for each other and our friendship chronicles in the film. It hurt me very deeply when it was incidents. I was in denial, didn't want to believe it, don't know what it was about, never saw any illicit drug use other than the weed. I never saw it. So I don't know, whether people consider it was drugs or bipolar or whatever the fuck it is. But everybody goes through everything. There's light at the end of the tunnel if you pray. I think me and his friends and family and fans prayed him out of it. He's back on the road. He's as funny as ever. And he's got a DVD out right now called Catpocalypse, but that is just a precursor to the tour that he's getting ready to go on. So, Kevin Hart, you better get it while you can, nigga.
Dig it. Okay. And that is how we do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in this business, it's real easy to backbite, browbeat, tear down, and this, that, and the other. And that's why I needed that. To hear that, no, honey, we built him up and we prayed him through this because that was something he went through without getting into it because it's all been in the papers and shit. I ain't got to go hashing all that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, look, go Google it or whatever. I'm not going to go through all that. We just know, like life shows up so that you show up.
Like, I don't have any comment. I'm not discussing with my friend. I love him till the day I die. That's all I got to say about Cat. That's it.
Okay, see there. Okay, and moving on. Thank you so much.
Right.
Okay, next question.
Right. And that was the way I rolled with that, yeah.
Okay, exactly. Well, all right then, my darling. I am going to wait a minute before I say goodbye. Dallas wants you to come to Dallas. That's next to last down. He said, "Please come. We need you in Dallas." Or when will you be in Dallas?
I got family in Fort Worth. I have a niece in Dallas. I always fly into DFW. I love Dallas. Kevin's going to be there in November, and I as soon as somebody want me and got that motherfucking money, I'm there.
How about it? Okay. Didn't y'all hear her say her baby graduating high school and shit? She got to get the damn prom dress.
Right,
okay,
yes.
The corsage, the damn senior dues, the cap and gown.
I got to buy shit. Yes.
Okay, shit. And hell, I know all of my nieces and nephews graduate next year and carrying on, and they want $350 each for damn senior dues. I said $350.
It's not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game.
Ooh,
so,
so
I'm out here grinding. I might have to sell a little pussy between now and
Okay.
If anybody want to fuck a celebrity, hit me on @LUENELL on my Twitter, and we can work it out. But I ain't cheap. It ain't going cheap. This ain't no cheap pussy because I throws it back on you.
because you got that good gripping action now. Watch
I
out.
still got my grippers, yeah.
Your grippers still work? Okay.
You better ask somebody.
You better dial a question, honey. Should call a lifeline. Shit. Okay.
You're going to need a life alert help. I'm falling in the pussy and I can't get up. I'm just saying.
I love it.
Well, me
all right there,
wonderful. I've had a wonderful, long, delicious conversation.
Darling,
I wish more people could have called in or wrote in, but hey, like I said, at Lunell on Twitter, at Lunell on Instagram, heylunell.com, and you might even could reach me through Big Meech because we're gonna stay friends. We're gonna stay friends, Meech. Okay.
Okay, and that there, I love that, honey. Thank you, because I already claimed you as my sister. Okay.
That is. Oh, yeah.
That's it. You already one of the sisters, girl.
All right, my darling. That's the homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now say it again. See?
I'll see you at the homecoming, too.
All right, my baby. With that, honey, I'm going to let you get back to your day. And thank you for taking out just a brief little moment with me and to dish your tea with me, honey. The kids love it. I'm going to put this in your messages on your Facebook so you can post it on your wall.
All right.
Because it's going to archive. Yeah, everybody who missed it live can catch it in the archives. It'll be there.
Okay.
So we can do that. And yes, baby, this is how I roll. So, we'll see you real soon, my baby.
God bless you and all your listeners. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Much success to you. Good health to you. And let's get this money.
Okay, let's make it. Okay. All right, baby. Thank you.
All right, baby. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you back. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, honey, I'm telling you this. Didn't I tell y'all this girl is silly? I told you. This here is just off the chain, and I'm living for it. I love it. Again, we get caught up. I got my countdown. I so forgot to tell y'all I was at my last 10 seconds, and if you were live listening on the computer, it was going to stop streaming. I'm sorry. You can catch this in the archives and all of that. So with that, my babies, honey, I'm going to bid you adieu. But before I do, let me give you this one commercial because I should have did this a little bit earlier, but I didn't. And that is, if you're in the Detroit area, we have, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. We have something coming up. It's a fundraiser that is going for the Brookings Trade Construction School, okay? And they're having a fundraiser this Saturday, September 29th, from 9 to 5 at 1930 Division Street off of St. Alban. That's one block north of Gratiot. So that's right down there in what do they call that area down there? Oh, damn, I've been away from Detroit that long, I forget what they call it. Not Trapper's Alley. Eastern Market, that's it. It's right down there in the Eastern Market area. Again, that's 1930 Division, right off of St. Alban, one block north of Gratiot. That's over there in the Eastern Market District. And it's a fundraiser for the Brookings Trade School. If you want more information, please go to brookingstrade.org, BROOKINS trade.org, construction school. There's going to be free food, and a lot of fun and a bunch of fellowship, honey. It's free admission. There's going to be a lot of vendors there on the site. And so bring a couple of dollars, honey, so you can sit up there and buy you some cute little knickknacks and things of that nature. There's going to be art, jewelry, silk floral designs and arrangements possibly, all kinds of things, honey. It's a family event, so bring the children. And, again, this is a fundraiser. So that means that the kids there are going to be looking for you to help them to get this school off the ground. As you all know, Detroit is in a comeback mode, and it needs every little bit that it can to get itself off the ground and get rolling, okay? So with that, my babies, I need you to attend and to do that, okay? So now next week, I want you to come on back, because next week is going to be a serious topic. Next week, we're going to take, and I'm going to be talking with a former inmate who was a former drug dealer, and we're going to be going into the prison system and really looking at it from a prisoner's perspective. We're going to be talking about the ins and outs of what it is to be in the joint, you know, the whole idea of rehabilitation, what all that means, condom distribution and all of that, how people can go in HIV negative and come out HIV positive, with a system that still preaches abstinence and not necessarily working on how to curtail the sexually transmitted infections within the prison system. You're dealing with men that are locked up, and those who are locked up for life, do you really think they're going to stop having sex? They're men. Okay, as you all know, the testosterone, honey, demands that we have sex. That's just the one thing about a man that's so different from women. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the educational system and how now the prison system has the best education system on the planet. So we're going to really get into that. So it's going to be a really serious show. So next week, join us, and we'll be going from there. As you heard, Luenell says she's going to be in D.C. This weekend. So for those of you who are out in D.C., honey, look for her. Go to her website, heyluenell.com. That's HeyLuenell.com. And see her schedule there, and you'll be able to go check her out and go have a good time. Honey, take your vitamins and things. If you're asthmatic, make sure you have your inhaler, because this bitch is off the chain, honey, and I love her, I love her, I love her. So with that, my darlings, I hope that you have finished all of your crumpets, because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea, darlings, with big meats, honey. If you love me, tell a friend. If you hated me, tell an enemy. But do know this: one way, shape, style, form, fashion, or color, this thing will go forward. So with that, my darlings, I bid you adieu until next time. Until next time, honey. Bye-bye.
Critics and audiences can't keep quiet about the #1 movie in the nation. Rolling Stone calls A Quiet Place terrifying. It's a work of genius that demands to be seen in a crowded theater. We have to protect them. A Quiet Place, rated PG-13, now playing. Critics and audiences can't keep quiet about the #1 movie in the nation. Rolling Stone calls A Quiet Place terrifying. It's a work of genius that demands to be seen in a crowded theater. We have to protect them. A Quiet Place, rated PG-13, now playing.